Let's see if Jay, our guest on Tomorrow's Bets, agrees with that perspective. Jay, what's your call on Gail? And would you still bet on it at this point in time? Like we're hearing, would you accumulate? And what about the gas transmission companies, which looked pretty all right when we spoke to our experts earlier? What's your sense? Are these stocks still looking good to you?
Yeah, I'm sorry, we don't have Gale under the coverage presently, so I won't be able to comment much into that.
All right, fair enough. But what about oil marketing companies? Today, we've seen them lose out in trade. HPCL, BPCL, IOC, all of them closing in the red. Both HPCL and BPCL, they've seen cuts of more than 3 percentage points in trade. IOC was down by 1.3 percentage points. Jay, you've seen how crude oil prices have behaved in recent times. There is a strong retraction. In fact, one wonders whether the fall in crude prices could help the markets going ahead from here. What's your sense of how crude oil prices are likely to play out and how it's likely to have an impact on stocks connected to it? Most importantly, the OMCs or perhaps even the paint companies like in Asian Paints, the automotive sector. How do you think this is likely to fare?
Yeah, see, the crude has been correcting because of the global worries. We have seen the kind of, stress between US-China trade war-like situation and also situation created between US and Mexico. So on the global front, the crude is on a weaker foot. But as far as domestic markets are concerned, I think that could be a silver lining for economy like ours. So paint companies, oil marketing companies are likely to benefit out of it. So today's correction could be used as a buying opportunity on OMCs. But the effect of this falling crude prices on auto is something which I have my reservations on, because broadly the sector is in the slowdown. So not much effect I see in the auto pack because of the falling crude oil prices, but definitely paint and OMCs are likely to be beneficiaries. I think if tomorrow somebody gets the stock at the current price, what it closed today, somebody should start buying with 5 to 7% upside, quite possible in say 7 to 10 days time.
So considering all that we are saying, we started off the show with my colleague Piyush Jain pointing out that perhaps, at the end of the week, we are going to see further correction in the markets on the downside. And you, to an extent, are agreeing. So keeping all the moving pieces in the markets, what are your top bets in the near term, Jay?
See, I would still be bullish on the consumption as a space. My top pick there would be Marico. On NBFC side, I am bullish on quality names like Primal Enterprise. The stock is available at a very attractive level. 2050 is the level. I think from an investment perspective, one should buy the stock. It has got a potential to come to 2500, 2600 in a very short span of time. If the market corrects, if I get ICICI Bank below 400 levels, I'll definitely be buying. So these are the few stocks which I think at the current juncture one should look into as an investor.